Welcome to our most disliked video in any given week.
You know what, Tom? Dislikes are just as good as likes. Let's jump into it.
Let's do it. All right, so we're talking Zatanna.
It's really cool because, you know what? In our Hot 10 list that just came out this last week, we're talking about Zatanna's first appearance in Hawkman number 4. And it's kind of cool because there's a movie coming out. We know there's some more Justice League Dark things happening. There's a Swamp Thing show that could possibly happen on the DCU, potential of Constantine. So
I mean, everything you're saying sounds so damn good.
I'm excited. I really, really am. We could even get a Dead Man appearance.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Dead Man in the DCU? Like, it's like there was talk of a cyborg movie getting option. Like, who over at DC is like, yeah, Cyborg's a great idea. Let's put a few millions of dollars.
No, Cyborg's mom wouldn't even want to watch a Cyborg movie.
What is that? Shout out comicbookinvest.com, CBSI, for putting out the true first list every week. This is the series where we dive deep, Russ.
Absolutely. You know, we dive very, very deep, and it's not even just a first appearance or first cover appearance. We could tell you what popsicle wrapper the stupid thing shows up on.
That's right. And this is the video where we dive into it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and let's chat Zatanna, because we know her first appearance on Hawkman number 4. But let's talk some early cover appearances, because she's got some terrible ones.
She does. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so her second appearance on a cover is Atom number 19. It doesn't look too good here. I mean, for a second appearance of this character, we got her head on the cover. That's it.
Right.
All right. Very underwhelming. And then we have issue number 42 of Green Lantern. Another not very flattering cover. She's on the ground. Looks like she's hurt or something. Green Lantern standing in front of her. And the fact that it's a Green Lantern title, shout out Fire Guy Ryan, but it's not doing her any favors.
No, definitely not.
So this next book is worth speculating on for a couple reasons. One, because in JLA issue number 51, we have a very cool cover appearance.
It's so cool. Justice League of America, Volume 1, number 51. Zatanna is on the cover going toe-to-toe with Batman, and she's in a very powerful pose. And it's awesome because in the previous, you don't really see her in a fighting pose. You kind of see her being protected, and this is straight up like, hey, Batman, I'm going to throw down. And
Let's do it.
Very awesome cover. The greens are great. The rest of the colors are awesome on this. It's just a super, super cool one. But this is also the first appearance of Allura. And you may have heard of Allura because she was one of Zatanna's dad, Zatara's foes, and there's this plot line of...
I mean, this is the magician's family.
Yes.
You know, they're all dabble with the dark arts. And it's very likely that the family is going to be playing a big role in this movie that's going to hit the screen.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for another good book to spec on, you could probably pick up JLA 15, which is the first appearance of the Sword of Paracelsus.
Okay.
And when Allura gets defeated, she gets trapped in the Sword of Paracelsus. So it's another one of those things that if this is the plot that they're using for the movie, because we know she's going to be the villain, this is the way she gets vanquished, it's another good one to look into.
Another good book that you're going to want to be just speculating on, keeping an eye out for in the dollar bins, is Zatara's first appearance. Russ, where can they find Zatanna's father's first appearance?
Okay, so the one that you should be looking for, so you get to read the opportunity of the origin of Zatanna's parents, Zatara, Secret Origins number 27. But if you really want to go super deep, you could pick up an Action Comics number 1 with Zatara's first appearance in it. You know, there's like 10 pages of that Superman Action Comics story.
Whatever.
And then like the third story in there happens to be some magician guy that happens to be in Action Comics number 1. Yeah. So go pick that one up. I think
if I ever get an Action Comics 1, I'm going to present that to you as the first appearance of Zatara.
That is totally, that's what we need
That's how
to
we
do.
put it. We do a eBay listing. And we put Action 1, first appearance of Zatara.
It's so awesome.
All right, but you mentioned it. Secret Origins number 27.
Right.
And this is a nice origin recap of her parents.
Yep.
I mean, this is another affordable book. This one actually is in the dollar bin. You can find it. But anytime we have just like key members of the family making a movie appearance, it's safe to say that origin issues are going to be ones to be scouting for.
Absolutely, especially if you don't have to go back to 1938 to try and find one.
Okay, I'm super stoked about this issue that we're going to talk about next, because over in the DCU, Okay, we got Flash. We got the Arrowverse is what we're calling, like, right? It's the Arrowverse
Yes.
now. All right, so we're on the Arrowverse, the CW hit shows, drama-filled shows.
One Tree Hill.
It's basically Seventh Heaven. It's Seventh Heaven for superheroes.
Seventh Heaven with bows and arrows, right?
Yeah, Seventh Heaven. Do you ever watch Seventh Heaven?
I did. A baggie of marijuana.
Yeah, do you remember that?
I totally remember.
That was a good one. That had Jessica Biel in it.
It did.
And she went on to be in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
She did, and that was actually a pretty good remake of that.
really
Now,
like that
I'm a little bit
remake.
older than you, but I really remember watching Dawson's Creek and Buffy
Hell
on
yeah.
the CW. And it's great that they've actually delved even farther and deeper into the DCU, the Arrowverse, because we get Flash, we get Supergirl, we get, Green Arrow, all of these shows that I actually do want to watch.
Sure. And now we are in Elseworlds territory. And I'm hoping so much that they do us right and they bring us some Smallville.
That would be super cool.
And if they bring us some Smallville, if they bring us some Tom Welling Superman, what was his first appearance in comic books? We're going there tonight, Russ.
Wow. Smallville #1, the comic book?
We're going there tonight. Let's do it.
It's great.
Smallville #1. This is a 64-page book. And you know what? It's out there. It's available. If you hit the link in the description, you can go to eBay and pick one up. They're like $1 to $4. And anything you buy through our eBay link, it helps support the podcast. Rather than paying eBay a full fee, we get half. We don't get any of your info. You help support the podcast.
That's super, super cool. And do you want a story that will bring a tear to your eye,
Give it to
Tom?
me, Russ.
So I was at the Puyallup Toy and Geek Fest. This is where we met Jim Steranko this last year.
Sure.
Tom Welling is one of the special guests at the Toy and Geek Fest. And it was kind of cool because they had this little area where people were signing autographs.
there?
He was. So
I
they
didn't
had
see him.
Jason Mewes was in the corner, and Ming from Comic Book Man was on, and they had like little tiny booths. And Tom Welling had this massive area and like roped off cordoned area for all of these fans. And I'm
Oh,
kind of
geez.
walking by. And Tom
there.
Welling very loudly comments to the other people. It's like, look at my throngs of fans. There was no one in line. There was nothing getting autographed. So truthfully, I hope they bring him into the universe. I think it would be wonderful because Tom Welling needs a paycheck and he
For
needs
real.
some more fans.
He does. For real. I didn't even know he was there. I would have stood in line. Well, I guess I would have walked up to
You
his
would have
booth
walked straight up.
and just
Yep.
said hi.
No, he's a really cool guy and just a nice personal interaction, just kind of a super cool thing. But it was definitely one of those that it was an under-advertised show. And I mean, I got to stand in the urinal and pee next to Jason Mewes, and it was like there was no weird
Dude,
security.
we hung out with Steranko for like 3 hours. man.
There was nothing better to do than just sit there and talk to listen to Jim Steranko talk at
well,
you.
we didn't talk to him. He talked to us. He
No.
spoke words at us.
It was
and it was
amazing.
a glorious
It
time.
really, really was.
Very memorable. All right. So another book that's made the top 10 list over the last couple weeks is Arkham Knight. All right. The GameStop Arkham Knight variant comic book.
Absolutely. We know there's a main cover. We know there's a regular cover. And we've even found out that there's a hyper rare gold variant.
That made the list this week. Surprised everybody because it's going for over $200.
Oh my God.
So we know with Detective Comics 1000 putting Arkham Knight from the video game into DCU continuity, that this character now is a wanted key event. When was his first appearance? And it was in this GameStop variant comic book. However, Topher, good old Topher, he's like me. He wants those previews. He wants to know what the first panel preview is of the Arkham Knight.
I honestly believe that Topher has a different search engine and a time machine. There has got to be something because this guy is so deep in what these... Truthfully,
This is a weird one, man.
it really, really is. Who has copies of Game Informer and is just flipping through them to go, oh, that panel. Game Informer number 252.
Okay. Game Informer number 252 has 2 different panels, and it's an exclusive picture of a new game that was being put out, which
Sure.
was Arkham Knight. But this is where it gets even funnier, because like this is cool. Game Informer 252 has these panels. It's the first appearance of Arkham Knight. But he also mentions that there's a B cover to this. Why? Because this is a magazine. Why does he say B cover?
Right.
The reason, because Game Informer. If you were towards the end of your subscription, they would put a expiration notice sticker on your magazine, letting you know that you're running out of Game Informer prepaid magazines.
Right.
So there are a handful of these Game Informers with this sticker on there. And Topher makes a note to put that there's a B cover and that he would prefer that one over the first print. So we are going deep today. Hit that like button. Hit that down thumbs. I don't even care because Topher, I am proud of you, man. This is some talented work.
Oh my God. If someone pulls out the Game Informer 252, first appearance of Black Suit Spidey, I mean, first appearance of Black Suit Arkham Knight, I mean, whatever the heck it is, find it with your expiration date sticker on it.
Exclusive B cover.
Oh my God. Tom has a P.O. box. We'd love to see a copy.
Oh my gosh, we'd love to see that. And then, you know what? We have your favorite making the list. We got Pee Wee Herman.
I love Pee Wee Herman.
Who doesn't love Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman
man?
sauce. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is such a great movie.
A classic, man.
It is. Amber, sweetie, love you, dear. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and when I was her age, I was watching Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and there is that scene where Pee Wee gets picked up as a hitchhiker by the creepy woman driving the truck.
I barely remember this.
And then there's this like blah section where oh my God, scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. And still to this day, I have like anxiety before watching that scene because I know what's going to happen and my heart's going crazy and I'm freaking out. Then it's just kind of this.
So do you have Amber watch that?
No, she's never watched
She's
it.
never
She doesn't
going
know
to.
who Pee Wee Herman is.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
She'd rather play Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox. So.
All right. Well, if we know that Pee Wee Herman's going to be making a comeback.
He's made a few comebacks recently. He did like a Showtime or an HBO special a while ago. He has come back and been himself in movies and
he's been in comic books. And what was the first appearance of Pee Wee Herman in comics?
Well, this is Contemporary Biographics 4.
Interesting stuff.
That is very, very interesting, although there is speculation that he probably did have some type of caricature or spoof done by Mad Magazine, because Mad Magazine was doing caricatures and spoofs of all of the popular media people of the day, and Pee Wee Herman was definitely one of them. I mean, if you were around in the mid-'80s, I mean, seeing Paul Rubens in that early Cheech and Chong movie, I think he was in Nice Dreams, was a Cheech and Chong movie he was in. Wasn't the Bellhop or something obscure? Oh my God.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He has. He did a bunch of stuff. He was in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie before Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Was he in that?
He was.
I have to rewatch that
You
again. Shout out
absolutely
Kate.
do.
That's an awesome, awesome movie.
Isn't it?
Heck yeah. All right. And before we move forward to give a shout out, we do have a True First giveaway here. I have a copy of X-Men #1. Russ, this book, I'm so proud of the attention that you brought this book. I pulled this out of my quarter bin because I forgot that this was a thing.
It's such a cool thing. And again, I didn't realize until we started going over the Wizard magazines, I had actually forgotten that there were 5 different covers for this X-Men magazine released on 5 different weeks. So it was the same comic released 5 times with 5 different covers. But this one is the first appearance of Omega Red on the poster, and we're giving this away. The actual first appearance of Omega Red is #4, but
this predates it.
It does predate it.
I mean, it's a #1.
And another super cool one is you'll notice that the Captain America tag on the front, Wolverine's claws are not out as to not stab Captain America in the head. Thank you, Jim Lee, for your respect towards such a fantastic all-American character.
See, I knew about the Omega Red centerfold. That's how I knew this book, but that whole thing with the claws, that was
Right.
new to me, and that was super exciting.
Cool?
Yeah, you started telling me that on the mic. I'm like, all right, wait, I'm going to record, and then we're going to talk about it. So that's why I like having these conversations on the mic. And you know what? I do appreciate the comic fam. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and shout outs to these members who are going out and hunting down some true firsts.
It's super cool. Hulk Nuts found 3 copies of Web of Spider-Man 18 and 1 copy of #24, some early Venom appearances.
Then we have Dat Loco Latino, who's picked up one of those Image Plus issue #12, that Dead Rabbit preview. So even those previews are going.
I know, it's crazy. So we have N. Lagutan, which picked up Batman Beyond #1, which is the old lady Harley in the hologram.
Shout out to that True First video.
And that is deep. That's crazy.
He also got those Damian Wayne keys, Batman 655 and 666.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so well done there, sir. And then we have I_ESS, who picked up that Empire Strikes Back, the magazine, First Emperor Palpatine.
That is super, super cool. And I know he's in Toronto, so shout out to our Canadian friends.
Thank you so much to Randy Sloan for commenting on last week's video. We're going to be actually sending you a Web of Spider-Man issue number 18. This is the first appearance of Eddie Brock, kind of, in Cameo. And hit the description to find out how to contact us so we can get you this comic book.
That is very, very cool. And make sure you like and subscribe down below for a chance to win the X-Men #1 with Wolverine not stabbing Captain America in the head.
And thank you so much to comicbookinvest.com. CBSI, I appreciate you getting me the shirt. Hit their link in the bio as well. You should be following them on Instagram. They put out really good posts. Be on the lookout posts. Ton of really good info on their website. Thank you so much for giving us so many lists to cover for the comic book community.
Absolutely. As always, geek responsibly.
Enough said. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we have only 5 more days left for you to reserve your December mystery mail call. So if you haven't done that yet, hit the link below, sign up, join the community.